this idea that once you find that obsession, you got to go for it, but you got to surround yourself with people who get it. And those people who don't, move aside.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get what I'm trying to do, then I have no use for you.
Right.
I don't know, like in a big scheme of things, how healthy is that?
Right.
But that's not the point of this whole obsession conversation.
Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Down. On this podcast, we discuss branding and marketing, how it touches so many aspects of our lives. We also talk a bunch of trash about music and food and each other and culture and nostalgia and so much more. We hope you're entertained. We hope you can get some insight from two marketing insiders like ourselves. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. And this episode, we get into 2025, man. It's a year in review.
Highlight some of the things that happened in 2025.
Good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the violent. We end up on a PSA of ambition and
obsession. I crack down on you and your music selection.
Just talking a bunch of trash unnecessarily about your homie, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm here for it. So with that, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We want to spread the word on this thing. And as always, we appreciate your guys' support. So without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers to you. Well, was a big year. Was it a big year?
I think so.
Like a big year.
I could think of a lot of things that happened in 2025.
All right. Here's my hot take. It feels like a lot happened. But then again, a lot of things always happen.
Yeah, but I think there's some significant things that happen.
What I guess I'm getting at is like not the frequency, but like the sheer volume of the things I'm aware of. You know what I mean? As I watched the YouTubes, you know what I mean, for news, and you know what I mean, and just the whole world is like, I feel like more than ever. I'm like, I kind of know what's going on in obscure parts of like India for no good reason. You know what I mean? Just like Australian politics. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy and this girl and you know what I mean? South America and the whole world is just kind of there, you know, like like Nigeria's cooking. They got some stuff going on. South Africa's in the mix. They were always in the mix, but like,
I haven't seen a whole lot of international news.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I just happen to consume that, you know? Because I'm interested.
It's like your algorithms.
It is.
Because like I don't see anything like that. Yeah. Apparently you see like HIMS. You see like Viagra.
What is the deal?
Stuff. What's going on, Chris?
Dude,
talk about it.
Dude. It's just because it hurts my soul. You know what I mean? It's like we're amongst friends here. What kind of trash talking is going on when I'm not around? No. So I'm convinced. So it leads to the AI thing, which is taken over, right? So I feel like, all right, there's like this evil robot, right? It used to be just the women, I think, right? I mean, I wasn't a man in the 80s, right? I was just a boy. But it seems like it used to be the women where they like intentionally, they're always trying to make women feel fat and they're not good enough, you know what I mean? And, you know, bigger tits and a smaller weight and the whole thing, right? But they've been selling that for like ever, right? But for men, you know, traditionally, what was it? It was like
hair loss, usually hair.
Yeah, it starts with the hair, right?
Beard,
I'm not a
coloring.
I'm not a what's the old line? Remember the old line, the Rogaine, like way back. I'm not only a member. I'm not just the president. I'm a member. Something like that. So anyways, but yeah, if it wasn't the hair, right? I'm losing my hair. So the algorithm, the machines, the eyeballs can see, right? But the HIMS packaging, and by the way, there's hers, right? But the HIMS packaging is the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
So they're like, can't get it up, can't get the hairs falling out. You want a bigger beard. You want bigger muscle. You need bigger muscle. Get the gray out of there. It's just like, bro, let me live my life. I'm fine. I don't need the hair, right? It's supposed to fall. I'm going to be fine. HIMS, leave me alone. But yeah, no.
They got your number already.
They got my whole number, dude. They're like, every day, just one day I'm going to crack. One day I'm like, fine, I got to get juiced up. I'm going to dye my hair, get plugs.
They're going to break you down.
All of it. All of
What are
it.
you
Just
breaking
be-
down?
and just I'll take too much, right?
Mhm.
Because I'll just be all test.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like that's a pretty significant thing that's happened in 2025. Like
Yeah.
you see a lot of those kind of things now.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of over the counter medication. So I think you still got to get a prescription. I'm not sure how that works.
Take it easy on that shit. Dude.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know how that-
that's like getting like a Percocet prescription in like 2000 in
Yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, sure, you need a prescription.
Yeah.
Dr. Feelgood's right down the road.
right.
And in the middle of his burrito, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, what do you need?
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. It's the GLP ones, the HIMS, the HERS, the what else? Ketamine. I've
Yeah,
seen
ketamine a lot. Yeah.
Ketamine ads,
Mhm.
right? Dude,
Mhm.
like, if I'm not mistaken,
They're predicting your future.
it's all happening,
they're
bro.
predicting your
They're like,
future.
here, get
Like,
medicated,
We
buddy.
know he's gonna need all this stuff. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it yet, but he knows he's gonna
The pain's
go
coming.
through some insecurities.
Yeah, here, we'll make you feel better, buddy.
Yeah.
There you go. Just start sprouting hair all over my face and shit. Use their medication wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they got my number. Bearskin hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I don't know why. I mean, it looks like a nice jacket. It's
Yeah.
a free plug for you guys.
See, I don't get that. I don't get international news. I don't get any of that.
Right.
I don't know what I get a lot of AI stuff. I get a lot of marketing, you know.
Yeah.
Do you need help growing your marketing agency? That kind of stuff.
Oh, it's endless. But that's so. Wait,
But then when we
that's-
bought a tattoo
LinkedIn.
shop, all of a sudden now,
Right.
Do you need help growing your tattoo shop?
Yeah.
You know,
Or just
So-
the guns themselves. Like, here's a new
Yeah.
tattoo gun or something.
yeah,
No, LinkedIn is way on my dick about that, bro,
Mhm.
because they're like marketing this and business
Mhm.
coach that. And like, I mean, fair enough, right? I get it.
Mhm.
We're in the game, so I totally get it. But it's everything that's adjacent to marketing, which honestly sometimes it's helpful, right? I'm like, oh yeah, I do need to know that, or thanks for
Mhm.
showing me that.
Mhm.
But I guess it's just the sheer
sometimes,
weight of it, the
Yeah.
volume. I'm just like, oh, geez,
sometimes it catches my attention.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's just annoying and exhausting.
Yeah.
I just saw a friend of mine post today, in fact, saying that, okay, hey, if you want to reach me,
Right.
if you know my number, just call me because I'm done with all these ads on Facebook. I'm done with all these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because it's just exhausting.
That's what. Well, you know, I'm not giving my secret away on
Mhm.
LinkedIn, but no, I took a different approach at reaching out to people on LinkedIn
Yeah.
because. So in this day, you know, in reviewing 2025, like AI
Mm-hmm.
is the thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like through
How many ads have you seen where they say the same thing? Like, there's going to be like a lot of millionaires in the next few years because of AI.
Yep.
Have you seen that ad?
Oh yeah. Oh,
And it's just,
yeah.
it's the same clip,
Right.
but different speakers.
right. Yeah.
You know, so like that's
Yeah.
AI too.
And even the like, you know what I think of?
And if you just spend 15 minutes a day on these AI,
get the fuck out of here. If it's a different day, if it's a different day and age, if it's 1995 and not 2005, you know what it's going to be?
Mhm.
2025. It's going to be picture a guy, right, who may or may not have. Speaking of hair, right,
Mhm.
he may not have a rug, right.
Mhm.
He's got a shitty toupee, and he's like, you know, a little past his prime. He's got a navy blue blazer,
Mhm.
right? He's got khakis, and he's got like a striped golf shirt, like he's sailing, right?
Mhm.
And like a braided leather belt. And for $19.95, you too can get this CD set of blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
How to start your own business?
Yeah.
Fucking all this other bullshit that never fucking worked. And this motherfucker's flipping
Mhm.
fries somewhere, you know, 5 years later because his shit didn't work.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're so rich, why you even make commercials, bro?
Yeah.
Real billionaires and millionaires don't make commercials like that, right?
Yeah.
So it was then like that, and now he is just some, you know, who knows what he is,
Yeah.
right? But he's the guy making the AI video with like, you could literally put anything you want,
Yeah.
like an AI rhinoceros in a sports coat if you
Mhm.
want, selling the same thing. You too could be a millionaire. All you have to do is master AI, blah blah blah. It's
Yeah.
like, really, bro? Is that all you have to do?
Yeah.
For real? That's going to work out. Good luck.
I think all this, these ads that pop up on everybody's reels is just going to exhaust everybody. But I'm hoping it's going to exhaust everybody to the point where we just kind of like lay off of social media more and we get back down to personal relationships again.
See, that's
because
2026.
Because it, like, I could handle just doom scrolling reels all day long. Like, I could do that.
Cat videos and shit.
Yeah,
I'm down.
But like the moment I see the same damn ads, over and over again, it gets exhausting.
Or the
it's not even good ads. Like, I remember growing up, I used to love like some ads. Like, I used to love the ads where like, for, 1995, you could buy this 2-disc set of the oldies. And then they'll be playing like oldies music.
Or like, Monster Ballads. You remember that commercial?
And it'll always be like the 1960s music.
Yeah.
Like, I used to love those ads.
Yeah.
You don't need, the ads are just so repetitive right now.
Right.
It's the same kind of stuff.
Right.
Which I just get annoyed with.
Yeah. And again, obviously AI generated, like the amount of AI. Here's a weird note. I didn't know, because I wasn't, I'm not a tech nerd guy. I'm just not in it like that. Right. But there was a moment in this year, maybe even the end of last year, but there was a moment where I noticed some of the things I had been consuming for a while were of an AI type nature, but I didn't know until I saw it and was able to generate it myself.
Yeah.
Right. So I think one easy one is like on LinkedIn, there's like business infographic looking sort of, square little joints like this. Right. And it occurred to me, I was like, wait a minute, I've seen that before. Oh, that's AI. Right. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So it's like those early adopters, right? The actual ones that took their 15 minutes before anybody knew about it, and they actually became millionaires, right? Fair enough. Like I realized that, like, oh, okay, that's AI generated. Got it. Now we're all catching up. Okay, cool. And then and the commercials and the thumbnails and just so much, particularly on YouTube, but all social media. It's just like, it's not slop. Like sometimes it's reasonably well generated or prompted or engineered or whatever you want to call it. But there's so much of it.
Oh yeah.
There's so much of it, right? I'm tired of seeing it. And I think that like it's just turned into the wallpaper at this point. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't want to see this, man.
Yeah.
Like it's really turning me off. I don't care.
Well, that's why like I forget who wrote the book, but they talk about brain calories.
Yeah.
Like, and how your brain can only handle so many, to be pulled away and given so much attention to certain things. And eventually you get really quick, your brain gets really quick at like just looking at something in an instant, say, that's not for me. And you move on because you have only so many calories that you can handle as far as your attention is concerned.
Yeah.
And now with all these just being bombarded by all these, ads that are seemingly relevant because they're all based off of algorithms, based off of our, habits online, et cetera.
For sure.
That it's just causing a lot of exhaustion in the brain.
Right.
This is why I move out in the country. Because on top of that, then you see billboards and you see, cars that are vehicle wraps, and it's like you're just constantly seeing brands all over the place.
Yeah. And
just to be able to remove myself, is important.
Yeah, catch a break.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, obviously it started before, all this AI started before 2025, but I feel like it really made this big leap in 2025 where everybody's talking about it. You see everybody's using it, and so.
I think because it seemed to have become what's a word, like pedestrian enough, accessible enough, right?
Accessible, so pedestrian.
Even my dumb ass, like, oh, okay, I could do this with AI. All right, yeah.
Right.
So like, even I could set it up, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty fucking useful. All right, but just like the best way of thinking about it that I've seen is like just like making, say, a movie, for example, or a record, like making an old school record, a 10-song record. If you put shit in, you're going to get shit out. Now, you could Pro Tools it. You could video edit it, do all this, that, the other. But, like, the script sucks and the actors suck.
It's just done. Yeah.
It's shitty, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's like, is AI going to do all the things that I think the fearmongers talked about it doing soon? No, I don't think so. But are there like certain things that it's going to eliminate in terms of process and thereby eliminate jobs and stuff? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I've already said
I think so.
That's already happened.
I don't know. I think it will advance and it'll keep advancing.
Fact.
And it'll get to a point where it could do quite a bit more than we ever thought, for sure.
Yeah.
But like 2025, Ozzy died. That was significant.
Come on, man.
You had
Ozzy.
brands getting, beat down, like Cracker Barrel and the logo stuff, right?
Coldplay.
The Coldplay concert, the guy getting caught cheating. Trump, in office, and that whole
all of it
affecting economy and everything else under the sun,
just moment after moment Jesus, he's the most powerful man on earth, right? Like, or one of them. When you think about presidential moments, right? In the moment, they are all very big, right? And I was watching something else where they're talking about vice presidents, a la Kamala Harris's attempted run again, and thinking about it, and she's teasing it, and everybody's got an opinion. I don't really care to dive in, but the point is that the political commentators that were going on about it were like, by the way, I think it was Ryan Grimm actually. He was like, let me read off some of the other vice presidential folks in the mix. And it was the most obscure list of American politicians I had ever heard. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I have no. So my point in saying that is like, it seems big.
Yeah.
It seems big. And then furthermore, not only does it seem big just in a 1997 news cycle when there was only CNN, ABC, NBC kind of thing, but now, God damn, every time CNN puts it out, there's like 500 YouTube things and a TikTok thing and this, that, and the other thing that like also grab the clip, chop it up, put like an AI, Sasquatch making fun of it. You know what I mean? So there's so much per clip. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And it reminds me of is like a marketing thing, where it's like, hey, we got a picture. You have a client. Oh, you took some pictures. Cool. We'll do this with it. We can do that with it. And you kind of make the most of it. Yeah. Right. So it's like, I'm not mad because they're making hay while you can make hay, but it sure does give the impression that like big shit's happening. And it's kind of like, it's, big shit's always happening. It's always been happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Presidents have been fucking assassinated before. Shit's always going on. And then, but it seems to artificially, in a way, elevate things, right? Yeah. But that unfortunately has led to like certainly a heightened sense, man. Like old Charlie Kirk got taken out. Yeah. In the mix too. And
Charlie Kirk got assassinated.
Jeez. Yeah. And others, man. There's been others where like the violence on TV is super. It's getting local. It's real, right? But there's always been violence. Yeah. I just don't see it that much. And then it isn't turned into TikTok and an Instagram. And it's like, dude, stop showing us that shit. Yeah.
I wonder with all the, like you said, making hay, we talk about ads and how eventually you just kind of turn it off in your brain, Yeah. Well, like with these big occurring events or these movements, they make all this hay. And then there's another thing that happens, another thing to the point where it's like, I don't even care. I don't even know anymore.
You become like jaded to it, right? It's like,
jaded or just like, I just don't care. Like, I don't, I'm not like negative towards just whatever.
Like total indifference.
Indifference is the word. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's, yet another, that's an interesting point, man, because it's like, it's kind of like if you make a big deal of everything, then nothing's a big deal.
Right.
So so it does get this weird sense of like, when there's assassinations, plural, right? Then you're like, all right, well, what, what's on the next channel? You just like, wait a second. Yeah. These are all big things, I think, right? I think they feel like a big
I saw a report once where it talked about like how when you see all these movements that happen where people are really genuinely like passionate about a topic, and then all of a sudden there's another topic, and then that kind of goes away, that it's obvious that people are kind of led by the algorithms or by what's going on social media, and things you just don't never really hear anymore about these different things that are happening. It just kind of fades away. The impact is not sustainable, or it doesn't. There's no, you don't see any progress because the algorithms bring something else up, or a news event happens and now it's this new thing, and you never really see that movement push forward anymore. It's people kind of just jump on the topic of the day to complain about, and every day or every week or every month it's a new topic.
It seemed,
good example is the Charlie Kirk thing. When that first happened, boom, it was like people from all sides were battling and on Facebook, and then it literally, it's a steep cliff.
Something else comes along.
Okay, no one's talking about it anymore. Right. And then something else will happen, boom, and then nobody's talking about it anymore. Right. And we're so now conditioned to whatever we see on our feeds that who's driving the narratives? Are we driving narratives, or is social media and algorithms driving the narratives?
It lends itself. I have a bunch of visuals in my head, right? One, I have stained wood. What I mean by that is if the stain doesn't saturate, right? Let's say that like it's akin to like the society not having an effect, right? So like if you see tragedy or good things, right? I don't want to be totally negative, but if you see something that is, say, impactful, and the next thing around the corner is just right in your face, whatever it was that was there doesn't linger in you. Almost say like mourning. You know how there's these phases of mourning, anger, and depression, this, that, the other. And it's kind of like, as a society, we need it to kind of stick with us so that we can see a thing happen, be affected, have a public observation of it, and subsequently say there's like a charity developed as a result of, right? Or a law passed as a result of these kinds of things. But in the absence of like time, like a growth period or something, in the absence of that, it's just like, I don't know. It's like it's like an impact physically changed the environment, the ground. But then since we've already moved on, that impact previously would have sparked new life, right? And from it grows a better understanding of something, right? And a new law is passed. But instead now it's just impact. And then we all just kind of walk on, and it's like the crater is left.
It's like,
wait, we haven't really learned from the moment. We got to slow down.
At least that's the perception, right? It seems that's what it seems like. Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What else happened in 2025?
Music, bro. I don't. For a long time now, like I couldn't tell you who the fuck is on the top charts. I don't know anything when there's the award shows. I don't know who they are, right? And that's fine. I'm out of it. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. I don't care, right? I'm listening to music from way back most of the time. Shout out to Gloria, Estafan, if you're watching. You're the best. So, but weird dynamic is that internationally, top of the charts, right? T Swift is number 2. I'm not shocked, right? She's like one of the biggest things in the world. Yeah. Good for her. Billie Eilish is still at it. I didn't know that. My kids like Billie Eilish. Yeah. And last time I saw her, she was, dressed in baggy clothes, and evidently she looks different. I mean, good for her. Yeah. Drake is still in it.
To me, that's shocking. I don't know anything about what Drake's doing.
I couldn't tell you a single Drake. He had beef that was made public. Yeah. Of like some other
Lamar. What's his name? Lamar. Or he was a
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar.
That's the guy.
Yeah. That's the only time I really heard anything about Drake. Is his whole Super Bowl presentation was like seemed like he was just beefing with Drake.
But the details of the beef, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know anything. All I know is that Kendrick Lamar got the cosign from like Dre and them. Like people that I know were like, dude can spit bars, and I'm like, all right, well if you say so, fucking cool. But I don't give a fuck to find out. You know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, that's the only reason I know Drake.
P. Diddy
Oh my,
that was a whole big thing,
bro.
2025, yeah. Which I don't like. Again, I don't even really know whatever happened to that. Like, it was such a big deal, and then all of a sudden, like, I think he's in jail.
Dude had all the charges, right? The RICO and the sex trafficking, and the abuse, and the whole racket. And then, you know, I don't even know if we have to say allegedly. I don't know what it was all about. But anyways, all of it is going on, right? And everybody in the community was just like throwing Molotov cocktails on this motherfucker, right? And then it was whittled down by some O.J. Simpson level attorneyisms. You know what I mean? We're like, you got away with all that, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. But I guess he was exposed is the idea. But anyways, insult to injury though. 50 Cent puts out the like, damn, you made these kind of enemies, bro. Like, like what a motivated individual, what a thoughtful individual that had 50 Cent as an enemy. Like, damn, bro.
It's that whole documentary thing about
like a well done. You know what I mean? You really looked like, this is a nice documentary. All right. And what are they saying? Shit. That's rough, man.
Well,
it's rough.
What's it? I saw that one documentary just like a couple nights ago. The Rob Reiner story?
Oh, so sad.
So sad.
So sad.
That I don't know if it's he was found guilty, but his son murdered him.
His son is the one who did it. Yeah. Like, as far as I understood, there's, you know, and it seemed like, you know, he wasn't starting out with the best mental state, something like this, right?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
A coke addict and a drug addict.
A lot going on, right? So he's already, let's just say, he's a volatile guy to begin with.
Mental instability.
But yeah, he ends up, you know, he did him in.
I didn't know that Rob Reiner. I didn't know that he played that Mikey in Archie.
Like Meathead.
No, Meathead.
Yeah.
In Archie. I didn't know that was him.
Bunker, All in the Family.
Yeah.
Really?
I did not know that.
That's
I didn't know that.
Role, man.
And then so I was actually glad to watch it because I always liked him in some of the roles I've seen him in. Like for New Girl, he was the dad in that show.
I don't remember it.
But other than that, like, okay, yeah. Now that I put two and two together, he was Meathead. I'm like, oh shit, okay, now I know the guy,
bro.
But then the movies he directed,
oh my God,
like,
bro.
holy shit,
he's amazing.
Stand By Me, Few Good Men,
classic.
Spinal Tap,
dude. Let's just set up Spinal Tap, man. It goes to 11. That is one of the greatest rock movies, metal movies of all time. It is so quotable.
Pulls a cucumber out of his
Too
pocket.
much fucking perspective. Like, it is so quotable. I love that movie.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man, like his influence, even with All in the Family, just to stay on that a second, like when you look, because I see those clips a lot, and I was just about old enough to have seen them while they aired.
Yeah.
Right? But I was really young. I didn't get it. But seeing those, and another topic in the mix for 2025 was nostalgia being so massive on part, I would imagine, because of the clips.
Yeah.
You know, some of these clips have, 15 million views and it's 80 million views. And it's like this 30-second chunk of an obscure piece of a 50-year-old sitcom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, what?
Yeah.
Why is that? And because you look back, and in now, like, to go back to that late 70s, early 80s time, when like our parents were in it, my parents would have been in their late 20s and early 30s about that time, and like the jokes, the DEI and all the things, like none of that had quite got any fire yet, because it was like a hair past civil rights. And it was like my dad's age folks like saw that and were like, yeah, why are you guys all fighting about this stuff? Let's all just be cool. So it was kind of like brief moment of time where it's like, all right, let's stop doing all this stupid shit. Let's just all get along and like, let's all laugh at each other and laugh about it. Right. And it's this weird kumbaya moment on TV, right? It's not like it was perfect, but it's this weird moment where it's like they're busting balls like really hard. Some jokes I wouldn't even say today. But then it gets into the era when I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
when we grew up, and it's much more like kind of soft.
Yeah,
it's like, hey man, don't say things like that. All that. So it's interesting to kind of imagine right now, the eyeballs of right now, from Gen Z and from Gen Alpha, all the way up to millennials and Gen X, like looking back almost with like, yeah, maybe they had a point. You know what I mean? Maybe they were right a little bit. And to have extra eyeballs in the moment with Rob Reiner and unfortunately what his family's going through, I can't even fucking imagine. But to maybe put a light on that when, man, it's all about like authenticity is what it is right now. Yeah. And I don't know. I hope that we go back and look at that type of time. Yeah. And we're like, maybe we can pull from that a little bit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not take ourselves so seriously anymore. Yeah.
Until I watched that documentary, I didn't know that he was considered Hollywood royalty. Yeah. That was what's weird about it. And then to see that, like, oh shit, he made all these movies that I love. Like, I didn't realize that. And then he, obviously was an actor too. Yeah. Like, yeah, that was pretty.
In fact,
like he made Princess Bride. Come on, dude.
As you were. He was in Wolf of Wall Street. I just watched Wolf of Wall Street. Like, I don't know. Like,
oh, you just watched that?
Like, literally just Tuesday night. I was like, I haven't seen this in a while. I'm gonna put this in because it's like
the first time you watched it.
No.
Okay, because I'm saying that was a great movie. Classic. Holy shit.
Classic. No, but I it's like a long. You don't realize how long it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's such a great director, Scorsese. But like, by the time you get through Act 1, you're just like, whew, like Jesus, that's a lot. But his character in that, hilarious. Yeah. Hilarious. So yeah, man, that's just too bad. It's too goddamn bad, man. I wish the best for their family. I hope they can deal with it. Okay. Beyond, back to music, right? Here, interesting little tidbit. Again, I don't know anything about today's music for real. Maybe the metal scene, but barely. International top 10 Billboard, top whatever it is, top 10, top 100, biggest hits in the world, not in English, at multiple points.
Yeah, that's wild
in the year. So, and I think it's a weekly thing or a monthly thing, but yeah, that's rare. That is super duper rare.
But what's interesting to me that it was Spanish
music. Speaking. Yeah.
Which that like I was thinking maybe like Korean or something, because you're hearing all these K-pop
or Mandarin
stuff.
If it's in Mandarin, you're like, oh, okay.
Okay, you're right. That would make sense.
Right? A massive part of the population of Earth.
I don't know. Like, that's wild. Yeah. I mean, that's cool. I'm not down in it. That's cool. But I would never see that coming.
Yeah, it was Bad Bunny. By the way, I don't know what Bad Bunny is. Like, if you put Bad Bunny in a lineup,
don't even know. Nope.
I have no clue. I don't know what one song sounds like. All I know, again, is that there was some kind of a controversy about something. Yeah. But it came and went. Yeah. I didn't have any time to sit and think about it. So whatever. Good for Bad Bunny. I hope he or she's making money.
I think you need to get back into like following a genre and being like really well known and like knowledgeable. That this whole shit of like, I know a little bit of Gloria Estafan and a little bit of this and that. I don't think that works with you. You gotta like go pure fucking heavy metal.
This motherfucker.
Go pure fucking heavy metal. Learn that shit. Talk about it. Now. Yeah.
Wait a second. Like, now.
Here's the thing. I'll tell you. All right, go ahead. You're this musician, and obviously you know how to play.
I'm thankful you didn't do air quotes. Go ahead.
No. I would not even say air quote musician for me. Okay. No, you're a musician.
All right.
And but music is just like, whatever. Yeah. Okay. I don't even follow it. Like, what? Like,
wait a minute. Hold on. I don't follow it now. I don't follow it now.
Still,
what the fuck do I care about now? I got
because it's with these build some of your identity.
Get the fuck out of here, identity. I got my identity. Alice in Chains made me who.
Yeah, how I think.
Pantera made me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, play that shit.
These are the things.
This is what he does. We celebrate wins. It's like, oh yeah, we got to play some music. We just landed this deal.
You're gonna bust my balls.
He just landed this deal, and then all of a sudden, like, come on, Chris, play some celebration music
with the sound
Chris. And then what does he play? Like Miami Sound Machine. Like,
the rhythm's gonna get you, dude.
No,
the rhythm's gonna get you.
Stick with like fucking play some Pantera.
So you're challenging me to keep it real.
Yeah, play some Cannibal Corpse. Like, I know you know this shit. Fucking play it. Don't be playing like Paula Abdul.
First of all, I don't really go to Paula Abdul. Let's just
Gloria Estafan,
Taylor Dane, anything. But no, I put on the Cannibal when it's like I need coffee.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I gotta get stuff done.
But you know, like I'm like angry music. No. Like, listen, and by the way, bring up Sound of Music. Listen,
that's your shit.
That is my shit. But I don't sit there. That's not my like go-to. I just won something. I'm playing Sound of Music. That's my zoning music. That's when I need to focus. I'm putting together a marketing plan or a proposal. Fucking put some Hills Are Alive, motherfucker. And it gets me zoned in.
And they're fantastic plans.
I do my best work. Listen to fucking Sound of Music. Game.
Whenever I hear it, I'm like, all right.
We're not talking about what keeps me focused. What we're talking about is
big fella's working. He's, let's not disturb him.
Exactly. Stuff and done. Everybody knows if I'm playing Sound of Music, don't bother me. I'm focusing.
They know other shit too when that goes on. There's other thoughts going on. Like, he cashed in all man cards eons ago.
Yeah. Yes.
Just way back in the day.
80s.
Before the internet.
Cash in. That's my happy place. Okay? The Sound of Music are alive in the hills, dude.
Talk shit.
I'm telling you right now.
Sound of Music.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. Dude, you have like this complete understanding of music.
Sure.
So many genres.
Right.
Pick a cool one and make that your identity, dude. Pick a fucking cool one.
Which one? Who the fuck? I gotta like cool one for you.
Yeah,
like your standard. Now I'm gonna go by your standard.
For yourself. All right. Because it's like it's cool. You're cool.
It's just gonna be obscure grindcore. Is that what it is? That's all it is.
Yes. Now in the privacy of your own home, you can play fucking like banjo music or gypsy jazz shit.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like
gypsy jazz is very nice.
Public persona, fucking like boom. I just put that shit on. that builds their whole persona.
I'm not concerned with a lion is not concerned with the opinion of sheep. All right.
I just say it.
If I want to put on Gloria
because you come in with the Canadian tuxedo,
damn right I do.
your motorcycle type boots, and clunking around, and then all of a sudden. Rhythm is gonna get you. No, dude. See,
gonna get you.
At that point, everything just shatters. Like, what? Huh? Jiu-jitsu, what?
You're trying to put me in a mold.
No, I'm saying you got your brand up until you play your music.
But that's part of the brand.
But which is so weird.
Because part of the brand.
You're actually a musician.
You don't see it coming. You're like, I know that you. It's like you walked in with the presumption. You're like, I know this man. And especially with the Canadian tuxedo, you're thinking I'm like Luke Combs. Right? And then I throw on some other stuff and you're like, oh, I didn't know you listened. And then it's like Gloria Estefan.
See, to me,
and you're like,
that's just
you're just an ocean.
That's cacophony.
Shit sound.
It's fucking
you're throwing shit sound. No, I mean
fucking cacophony.
German.
Can't figure you out.
Describe Beethoven's work. Cacophony. Go ahead.
Exactly. Cacophony, dude. It's like, okay, badass dude. No, it's just
wait, hold on, no,
it's dissonance. It's dissonance.
It's not dissonance. I'm going to cite an example from a great film by Guy Ritchie called Snatch. Right? There's Bullet Tooth Tony. You ever see that?
No.
Okay, so he's played by the soccer player. I can't remember Vinny something, and badass looking dude. And he's got a couple of gold teeth, right? Because they were knocked out, right? By a bullet. So, and they're fashioning the little bullets.
Okay.
And so they call him Bullet Tooth Tony. And so Bullet Tooth Tony's going to go and he's like a shakedown guy. He's a big fella, right? So he goes out and intimidates people for information. And he gets a hold of this guy Mullet, played by another great actor, English actor, and gets him by the tie. Oh, it's a nice tie, Mullet. Boom, pulls him in and then rolls up the window. And he's driving down the road with Mullet sticking out of the window, like on a public street in London, right? But what's he listening to? Madonna. Borderline.
Yeah. What was that one song you were listening to the other day? It was oh shit, Janet Jackson, and I'm like, what do you listen to?
Escapade,
what do you listen to? And then you like start pulling out some like weird trivia information about the song. Like, what people don't realize is that it also includes this guy and that guy. Like nobody thinks,
Jam, dude.
Yeah, nobody thinks of that. They just think
Those
Janet Jackson, and they think of nobody.
Some of the best in like R&B and
nobody but you.
In the
all they see is Chris listening to Janet Jackson, dude.
They can talk. They can get all this smoke, and then when you're bleeding on the ground and I broke one of your arms, I'm just gonna start dancing. I'm gonna salsa with some Gloria.
What's your walkout music? Like when you're like if you're gonna go fight MMA.
Oh, dude, I thought about that so many times. I'll tell you what it is. It's
please be cool.
No, it's Only Have Eyes for You. That old like late 50s, early 60s. Only have eyes for you. I love that shit.
So you gonna put your opponent to sleep before you fight him?
No, because it's just creepy at that point. It's like this motherfucker's got eyes for me. What is this man gonna do?
Stop it.
This is not gonna end well.
No.
All here, dude. All here. You just don't see me coming, man.
Yeah.
So this is pent up all year. The whole year in the new office.
The whole year.
You've been hearing the music.
Yeah, because I gotta listen to it. It's simmering.
It's all been simmering.
2025 review, I learned that one, your music selection is eclectic.
Right.
But you tend to favor really the obnoxious like 80s music type stuff.
I do. I favor the familiar.
Now when Tears for Fears comes out, okay, I can deal with that.
Hey, I'm grew up in the 80s.
Do some Tears for Fears.
I'll tell you this. I tend towards the familiar. There's a real reason for that, right? Did you know, and I think that's why I put on Sound Music. Did you know that when you put on the familiar, as far as music, it is the background, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Now, that's why I do the Sound of Music.
Here's the other thing.
I got to clarify, Sound of Music just for when I'm focusing on work stuff. Outside of that, and really until I just mentioned it out publicly like this, only the staff know this, that other than that, I'm listening to like heavy metal, listen to rap, trap.
Sure.
I do listen to country though too.
Yeah.
I listen to Juggalo music.
Reba.
Reba tops it all.
Yeah,
I'll have to say that.
That's a great.
I love Reba. I don't know why either. It's just one of those things. Just always
here's the other thing.
And Dolly Parton.
Death metal, like actual death metal, like all the classics that I really love, like Morbid Angel and Obituary and stuff. That actually makes me sleepy. It calms me down.
Yeah.
Right. So I can't put that in too much. Maybe like Domination by Morbid Angel has been a go-to, where I still feel fired up. But then like I'll get angry. You know what I mean? Like I'll start like get too aggressive. You know? So I can't really put that on too much. So I got to go somewhere in the middle. Occasionally it's power metal, you know, where I feel like I'm conquering, for business, I feel like I'm conquering like dragons. So I put in like Dio or like Hammerfall or something like that.
That's good. All right. Well, that's what I learned in 2025 with Chris. To never ask you to play victory music after we get some wins.
You've really been, we might have to have like a little debrief, like a quarterly debrief.
Yes.
Just
we don't need quarterly, just like mid-year review.
Bro,
we gotta analyze this out. We gotta analyze your Spotify or whatever you use, Pandora review mid-year. All right, what's your number one play?
I don't like how this looks, man.
I don't like how this is a liability for
this does not come off well. This does not come off well. So anyways,
2025 review.
Beyond that, movies. I take the kids to the movies.
I don't
occasionally, right? But I don't
know why I feel like, do people go to the theaters anymore?
More than they had.
You know, if I lived near a theater, I probably would think differently.
Look at the theater in town, man. The little.
Stop it, Chris. Stop it.
It's a movie theater, is it not?
When your feet are sticking to the floor and then you're like not want to put your arm on the armrest and you got to wear a hoodie because you're worried about like lice. That's not a theater, dude. That's like infestation. I took Lily there one time to watch, I don't know what she wanted to watch, that Barbie movie, whatever. The whole time I couldn't even, like, I'm just like this. Like, and then every time, like, if I pick up my feet, it's like,
Yeah,
dude, no, that's not a theater.
Like your arms at like a Denny's.
That's where COVID started.
Yeah, dude.
Isn't that theater?
Yeah.
No, I'll pay the extra money to go to the Regal with the nice
fancy.
Yeah, the fancy thing. Push the buttons.
Oh, that's like how much is that?
Yeah, like, it's way too expensive. That's why if I had to choose, I'd choose that. But I wouldn't even do that anymore. I just wait till it goes on and gets streamed.
Unless it's like big. Like when I saw that there was another Avatar. I don't even know when that's coming out. By the way, it's probably it's 4 years from now for all I know. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, gotta see that. Like I like movies like that because you're like, man, I want to go see it in IMAX. You know, it's big.
Yeah.
It feels like something.
Well, that's like for when Top Gun Maverick came out. Like I had to. You got to see the full, just everything. You got to hear the surround sound.
Yeah. And it's interesting that those were made. It was made for that moment, right? It was made to be.
It was made to be seen in a movie theater. Now a lot of these movies, like, I could have got the same thing. I think Marvel movies are made for theater. Yeah. Like when I see, I've seen, majority of the time I always try to watch them in the theater. Right. But nowadays, because I don't live close to one of those Regal cinemas, I'll wait till it comes on, and it just doesn't have the same impact. It's like, okay, no, I don't know, watching it at home. It's fun, but it's like, oh, that's a good movie. But there's something about seeing the big screen, like Hulk just smashing shit. You're like, oh, that's awesome.
Or like the real big wide shot.
Yeah, when
it's all happening. It's like aliens jumping over here and shit blowing up over there. And
you feel like you're immersed. You're in it.
As if you're like in a building looking out the window like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I found that the highest grossing for 2025, the movie.
Yeah.
$1.9 billion. Billion. What, bro? I didn't know that was, I could be screwing it up, but it's NASA or NASA.
Never even heard of it, dude.
It's like an anime type joint, something like that.
Is it in English at all, or is it like?
I would assume that it's overdubbed, I guess, but I never saw the first. I've seen the name, and I don't know, because like anime. Speaking of making hay, like if they have a hit, I feel like there's a series. You know what I mean? There's everything happens as a result. So I see the same name, and I'm like, wait, isn't that a movie? Is that a series? What is that? And then there's like a live action version of it. And so anyway, but that was 90%.
I like to watch that.
Was Chinese money that.
Oh wow!
So by virtue of it's a gigantic fucking country. Yeah, everybody there saw it.
China blew it up.
Yeah,
but yet we don't know of it here. That's strange.
No, very little.
Yeah. I like to watch it though. I love anime.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, they got some dope. I got to admit, pretty dope movies over there. Pretty dope. They crushed Hollywood this year.
China? Wait, but is this movie a Chinese movie?
Yeah.
When you say anime, or is it a Japanese movie?
No.
They do anime stuff.
No, so it is anime as far as I think it's animation.
Okay.
Right, but it's a Chinese.
It's a Chinese movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and you know what? Like, good on them.
I bet you it's really sad. Like all their movies are always so sad.
Right.
It's like,
I hate that. It's not so much.
like remember that dragon? What was that? Not Enter the Dragon. It was like some. Dang it! It was a long time ago.
Something, a live action movie.
Yeah, it's a live action movie. But I'll remember.
Crouching Tiger.
Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
And at the very end, like the guy dies, and it's like
spoiler alert.
Still spoiler alert. First of all, who's watching this?
Yeah.
That Sam's not going to watch this. They'll watch this, let alone watch the movie that we referred to. But at the end, the guy, the protagonist dies.
You're right, man. One of my favorite.
It's like just so sad.
Jet Li's Fearless was a great movie, and all about the wushu. Really inspiring. So it really had a deep impact on me when I saw it. And actually watched it with a dude that owned the Chinese restaurant. His family did, like 3 doors away from where I was teaching guitar lessons. And he made some of the best General Tso's I had in my life. Right. And he was just like, what are you doing, man? And we just sat there, drank beer, ate General Tso's that he made, and watched that movie. But anyways, but yeah, now that you mention it,
Yeah.
Dude dies at the end. He gets poisoned.
But that's cultural. So like in Asia, particularly China, they like those sad endings.
Yeah.
Where we like underdog stories. I
love an underdog.
We love it. Like and we already know that the guy's going to overcome whatever the obstacle is.
Right.
But we just love it. Like they have to. In fact, if they don't, we're like, what the fuck did I just pay all this money for? If they
lift it up, man.
Yeah. Frodo has to put the ring in the, in the fire. It's got to
go in.
Right.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he doesn't, and then the world's done. Like, why do we watch this thing? We invested hours into this, right?
Yeah.
It's cultural. We like that underdog story. I think it's ingrained in, it's ingrained in the U.S. culture.
Right.
Probably
kind of how it started.
Probably broadly, like in the Western culture.
Yeah.
That underdog story.
Yeah, but no, very, very American, right? Because that's how, a bunch of farmers.
We're an underdog story.
Peasants and decide to fight the most powerful country at the time.
It reminds me of that movie I was just telling you about that I watched, A Million Miles Away or whatever.
Yeah.
About the first migrant farm worker.
Oh, yeah,
became
the astronaut.
Yeah. And acted by Michael Pena.
Yeah.
I love that dude. He's such a great actor. But but again, underdog story. He was a migrant farm worker when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Only to become an engineer, only to then keep on for his dream and vision to be an astronaut.
And again, he attempts again and again.
Like 12 times. Finally gets selected. Yeah. After having to learn before finally getting selected, he had to learn how to fly a plane. Right. He took deep dive,
like scuba
lessons, right. Learned Russian, went to Russia. He just to pad his resume. So finally, 15 years later or whatever it took, he ends up getting selected.
How do people, bro? I do my best as a human being, but then you see certain people, you hear the stories, and you're just like, you did what?
Yeah.
How do you have the just chutzpah to just get up? Like, God.
Some people are just it's that obsession, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember listening to this this one ad. I don't know if it was a shoe ad or whatever, but I remember it had the Irish dude, MMA guy,
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor, and his whole tagline was, "It's not a passion, it's an obsession."
Oh yeah.
I love that. For maybe months, I just kept thinking about that passion, not obsession. Yeah. How does one get obsessed with something? Yeah. Like I'm passionate about a lot of things. Yeah. But obsession's a whole nother.
It is.
That's a whole nother thing, right? And some people are just they're obsessed. They lock in on that one goal and everything, and they line everything in their life to focus in on that one goal, right?
It's it's interesting. I
don't think that's something that you could just say, "Hey, I'm going to be obsessed with this."
No, difficult to.
You can't manufacture that.
It doesn't necessarily. How am I trying to say it? Maybe it's like getting bit by a snake or something. Like if you go looking for it, it isn't going to get you right. It's not going to. You might think that you're obsessed, but no, those things are just organic. You just stumble upon it one day, you're bit, and you're like, I can't. I have to do this. I have to, and it can be difficult on. Because they never tell you the subsequent, the other story around it, right? Because a lot of times, those people that are super obsessed, there's a lot of things that suffer, man. There's, their wives are ignored, their husbands are ignored, their kids are ignored. Their, is it your birthday? I don't even know. And you know what I mean? You haven't seen 5 birthdays.
Yeah, Ozzy missing his kids' birthdays and all that stuff because he's just focused on his career and drugs.
And even yourself, right? Like you mentioned with drugs, where it's like
you're not even caring for yourself.
You're just so it's like you're wearing away the tread and the rubber on the tire as you burn towards this goal, right? For the super obsessed.
Yeah.
But that's where greatness comes from. I mean, that's where.
But I think that's why it's only a few.
Right, because if everybody did it, nothing would get done, right? It's like,
you gotta have the guy who's completely content working on a factory line.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Or the person who is picking the corn.
Right.
Migrant workers. Right. You gotta have those type of people.
And interesting that the best of the best among the obsessed, right? Let's say obsessed in a positive way, because you'd be obsessed with some shit too. But it's interesting that the best among them they don't have a God complex, they don't have extreme narcissism. You know, like they've really done the work to kind of elevate above. They're like, yes, I'm obsessed, yes, I'm the best there is, but also I'm working to kind of keep my ego in check so that I don't step on.
Yeah, but I would say that that's even a small percentage.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like the very, very just among the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To where you're like, damn, like not only did you achieve all this shit, but your ego isn't out of control.
Yeah.
Like, good job. Like,
yeah.
Because if I did that, I'd be like, you know, I'd be floating on air, right? But it's interesting to see those folks who achieve that kind of thing and reap the benefit of their obsession and show that kind of respect to like everybody else.
I think of like Warren Buffett.
Yep.
Would be one.
Yep.
Where he seems like when you look at him, you couldn't even tell that he was like this billionaire.
Rosario.
Banks are coming to him when the economy's going down. Like, what? How much kind of money do you have? You know?
Yeah.
And I think he doesn't even drive fancy cars or anything like that. He's pretty modest.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But then you got the Steve Jobs, obviously, would be the obvious example. In the other
real
direction.
hard on everybody.
Right? Hard on everybody, hard on himself. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
But like, think of obsession, you think of Elon Musk. We ever hear some of his stories where he and his brother, when they're coding in the early days, they basically had an office, had their computers there, and they slept in the office. Like that's where their apartment, basically, you know. Right. And night and day, he would code and do all this stuff, and then he would take a nap, and his brother would code, and then he took a nap, he would code, and they just go back and forth, 24/7.
And it's interesting to think. I think of like BJ Penn, a great here in jiu-jitsu black belt inside of within 4 years, I believe, if not 3. And so that's typically like a 10 to 15 year journey, if not longer, you know. But so first of all, you got God-given talent, right? For whatever reason, you just seem to do well, right? You grapple, he codes,
right?
Who knows why? But that said, there's a certain element of like the time too, man, because like if you're obsessed in that world, say with jiu-jitsu or mixed martial arts in general, right? If you become obsessed at 17 or 19 or something, right? As a man, you're in the prime of your life. You're just coming into your own. You know what I mean? And so your body, you're healing overnight like Wolverine. You know what I mean? Like, and then if you subsequently get into it and obsess about the food and the diet and and all of that, it's like, dude, you are blessed with the physicality, kind of the Ferrari, and you're in your prime, and you're just totally obsessed. You can't get enough, and you're taking care of this thing. You know, you're polishing everything. You know, you're polishing the paint with a diaper, man. You're really going off on this car that you've been blessed with, and so it's like this confluence of things that makes the greatness. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. And whereas if I become obsessed, and I've had a moment of two where I'm like, I can't stop thinking about jiu-jitsu, but I'm like, my physicality, it's not that, man. You know, unless I'm going to start shooting my Stallone medicine early, then I can't keep up. My body's going to break. So it is interesting to see those folks that, you know, they rise to the top, they take advantage of the moments, and they're kind of blessed to know that moment early.
I think the closest thing I could relate to when it comes to obsession in my profession was when I came up with the out and out marketing philosophy.
Right.
Because that came at a time where I remember clear as day. I remember when I was trying to figure out, okay, how do I communicate the way I approach marketing?
Right.
And I see all these guys out there, duct tape marketing and inbound marketing and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But I remember it was like, it hit me in the middle of the night. I was sleeping and I woke up. I'm like, I got it. Out and out marketing. And you got to keep it simple. You got to keep it disciplined, perpetual, targeted, relevant, personal. And I'm like, and I remember I was just like, that's it. And I started writing and just writing and writing. I couldn't stop writing. I was like running and writing like on a treadmill, like just typing away. Like I just, and that formed the foundation of how I approach marketing even till this day. You know, I don't really talking about it like that, but that has impacted, because obviously from there, then my whole it's evolved right so much that I don't even need a name anymore to it. But that's the only thing I could relate to that says like I was obsessed. Like I wrote a whole workbook off of it. I train people. I started a consulting program where I train retired PNGers to and I was only 26 at the time.
Right.
And retired PNGers and stuff. GE guy would come to me and say, I want to learn how you do this.
You know,
and it was like, and I didn't have ChatGPT. I mean, it was poorly written. It was the most dry thing, but it was a significant. I nonstop wrote this whole workbook, and it just kept flowing. It's just like, okay, this is all making sense. And I just kept writing and writing and writing and writing. And that's the only time I could say. And so when I'm thinking about obsession, it just occurred to me now, maybe it's almost like a spark has to happen.
Yeah.
Like a light bulb or that ties with emotions, that ties with logic. And all of a sudden it's just like, it's all unfolding. And then I can't stop until I see this through.
The spark, I picture it. First of all, I picture it like a single event in life, right? Because it's rare that lightning strikes twice. But it seems like you're like obsession and say diligent discipline at the craft, whatever, leads you to an epiphany, right? Where you say, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Right. Like you've been in it and you're just thinking about it all the time. And then all of a sudden it all just, coagulates in front of you. And you're like, there it is. Right. And then you kind of codify this philosophy. Right?
Yep.
Or the other side of it, where there's like a moment of discovery that almost propels you forward. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it triggers the obsession. Right. Whereas the obsession generated this epiphany. Right. But either way, the ingredient is that then there's like this like high intensity discipline. Right. And it's so hard to manufacture, like I have obsessive moments. But then circling back to the whole 2025 thing, it's interesting how I try to volley the ball with intention. You know what I mean? Because I don't just live in inspiration. I got other shit in my mind. But the algorithm can serve my needs. AI can serve my needs.
Right.
In the year 2025, I can kind of cultivate that.
Yeah.
And if it's not like real to the core of my being obsession, I can at least get into something and like kind of build my little world around that. I want to learn about this. I want to get really good at this. What do I do? Feed me, Seymour, and I can kind of absorb until I'm full. Right. And that just didn't exist, man. Like guitar students, for example, now, like, bro, you can learn the shit that would have taken me forever to learn. At an Eddie Van Halen song. There's guys that break that down way better than I could have. They'll tell you just how to tune your guitar, how to set up a guitar, set up the amp, to do this, don't do that, so on and so forth. Here's how you play it. Here's the tabs to do it. Here's a musical version of it. You can slow it down. You can slow the video down, watch my fingers as I do it, or you can do it like this way, like Zach Wilde does it. And you're like, oh, well, thank you very much. But then what does that produce? To the obsessed guitar player kid who's like 13 right now, dude, he's got access to every goddamn a library of guitars, right, and AI, and all these like tools at his disposal. They're going to be so amazing, right? Those that are obsessed now.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I think obsession is definitely a key element that distinguishes one from another.
Yeah,
like I love playing the guitar, right? But I'm not obsessed with like you. And so much so that I could set it down for years and I could come back and I could play, but I'm not in it. Right. If I were to go to jiu-jitsu, like I would, when I'm there, I would put my energy in there, but I'm not obsessed with it versus like where you are. Right. Like obsession definitely makes a difference.
Yeah.
I would say the closest thing that I'm obsessed to right now is like the MC, like I get it. It all makes sense to me. I don't have to work at it like it in terms of like trying to make, why am I doing this? And it fits.
Yeah.
And it feels right. It fits. Yeah. The illustration I think of when we're talking about this obsession is, there's a quick scene in Maverick, Top Gun, where he's riding on a sailboat with Maverick's riding on a sailboat with Penny.
A giant wheel.
Yeah, right. And she's like, okay, see that, whatever, unfurl the
thing,
the sail.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he unfurls it.
Right.
He's like, now come on, are you ready to feel the afterburner?
Right.
Like, it just takes off.
Right.
Like, it's just, obsession is this where you align yourself just right, where when you finally, that light switch goes on, that spark happens, the sail is unfurled, and all of a sudden this just, boom, it just takes off. Like, whoa, what just happened?
Ooh,
You're in perfect alignment, right?
Yeah.
And you can't manufacture that, because it's not like you can manufacture that gust of wind. It's just that wind. You have to align yourself, and you gotta in the right position, and you have to create the right conditions that boom, it just takes off. That's obsession.
I think of a funny scene in the movie Fanboys. It's about Star Wars. If you guys haven't seen it, it's so freaking funny. And I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but it's about these kids going to Star Wars, whatever. So, but there's a scene where this guy's got this raggedy van and he's got a nitrous bottle in it. And of course it's like the red button, just like on the, whatever, Han Solo's thing and the Falcon. And they hit it. And, this van, they're all like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And it's a really funny scene. So the moment you're talking about, is that like that, you hit the nitrous bottle, right? The interesting part about how I think of that is if you go warp speed, then, time and space travel being what it is, right? It's like you go on this path, you go on this journey. And like the world all of a sudden is just like all the stars become stripes. You know what I'm saying? That moment of like, and so like, it's that moment in the movie where they zoom in and pan out at the same time, one of those. And so, okay, so you have that moment and you're in it. You're like, oh, holy shit, here I am. And you're just like, your mind is like wide open. You
absorb, and there's this immense clarity.
Right. Yeah.
Even in the midst of like
4K, you're like,
right. You're going like turbo speed, but it's just all making sense.
Right.
I get it. Right. And it's just like, it's clear as day.
And it's the scene in Limitless, right? Where he takes the pill and just, right. Everything's in HD.
Right.
And as well are those contemporaries you had, the peers you had, the family you have, everybody else who is like, they're not in warp speed, and for better or worse, it's just kind of one of those moments where you're like, I had this epiphany. Yeah. And then you kind of, the nitrous bottle wears off and you're like, okay, that was amazing, guys. And everything's just normal, and you're like, oh, it's just me. Yep. I'm changed. And
when you have that moment, and I was reading a book, I can't remember the guy's name who's writing. He's a speaker, he's a very successful guy. He's the guy who always says, I challenge myself to only to see what I could do with like $20 in my pocket or something, made millions in 6 months, but his whole thing is when you find that thing, right, you go after it nonstop, and you have to everybody else is secondary, even your family. Yeah. You gotta go for it. And so find people who understand that about you, right, and will support you and know, okay, get there. And again, that whole miles away, there came a pivotal point in a movie or in that story, because it's based off a true story, where the wife said, go. You want to be an astronaut? I support you 100%, even if we go broke, because I'm not going to be that oblivious wife who's annoying and irritated. I am going to support my man. You go. He said, but we're going to run out of all our savings. Hey, you know what? We come from migrant farm workers.
Right. What's the worst that can happen?
Right. Yeah. So go follow it. Like, so this idea that once you find that obsession, you got to go for it, but you got to surround yourself with people who get it. And those people who don't, move aside. Yeah. Because if you don't get what I'm trying to do, then I have no use for you. Right. I don't know, like in a big scheme of things, how healthy is that? Right. But that's not the point of this whole obsession conversation.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. Like there's there are limitations
Yeah.
per se,
Yeah.
right? And if you really get into the details, I agree, right? It's like, well, you can't abandon this, that, the other.
Yeah.
But the reality is that I think that there's a lot more in the run-of-the-mill, mundane world. There's a lot more kind of transactional, unnecessary. And it gets into where we started, you know, with the AI and the just noise of life. Yeah. It's like, you know what, man? You don't need all that Instagram shit in your life. You don't need this. You don't need that. You don't need that. If you really boiled it down, it's just like when you go and clean out your closet and you realize you haven't worn that pair of shoes in 40 years. And it's like, what do you really need?
What do you really need?
You could probably travel a whole lot faster if you were traveling lighter.
Yep.
Right? So.
Alrighty.
Damn.
No, this is good.
Another PSA, man. I'm fired up.
Right.
Fired up. All right. So we'll get out of here on that. So from the iconic era of advertising to the digital age, I'm Chris.
And I'm Ernie.
Keep it legendary.